Hello, this is Dennis from Dennis Kucharski Photography, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about long-term thinking. I know a person who took wonderful slides back in the 50s and 60s, 70s, and 80s with their Nikon camera on Kodachrome slides, and digging up the slides after all these years and projecting them after getting the slide projector working again. All of the pictures look perfect. None of them have faded. It's like they were taken yesterday. The contrast perfect. The sharpness is still there. The only thing that has yellowed is sometimes the paper mount that the slides themselves are in. It looks like a modern miracle when you see projected slides after that amount of time. The same goes in the 40s and 50s, and up until we had color pictures. Black and white photographs were essentially put on silver, so they never faded. Black and white image pretty much lasts forever. The same goes with the original daguerreotypes that were on kind of like a smooth glass. They look like they were taken yesterday. But as the 70s rolled in the 80s, photography started to move to color prints, which Kodak themselves knew that the chemistry wasn't solid and that they were going to fade, but they concealed the fact. So a lot of the photos you may see from the 70s and 80s now are very badly faded, and some of them also have yellow staining as well. Since that time, and because of the lawsuits, Kodak and the other film print manufacturers have made huge improvements. So new prints now will last at least 50 years, and sometimes longer. Especially the Fuji-based products like the Fuji Crystal Archive paper, which you can find at even any Walmart or Walgreens, tends to print on that. I still prefer the look of the Kodak prints, but they've improved the chemistry, and you can get Kodak Endura paper now, which if you order it through the Kodak Professional Gallery site, they'll print it on, and that kind has extremely long life as well. But the thing that really should be watched out for now is folks don't even print stuff anymore. People take photos with their digital cameras. More and more they're using their cell phones to take pictures, and they upload them to Facebook, and that's it. That's the end of it. And if there's no print in the future, if Facebook should delete your photos, or if something should happen, your pictures and memories are gone. How many people do you know have their digital images saved on their computer and they don't make backups and the hard drive crashes? Next thing you know, the pictures of their baby or deceased relatives or graduations, birthdays, all gone. And that's one of the biggest things we have concerns about now with modern photography, is it's here one day and gone the next. So I think one thing, and that just translates into short-term thinking on everybody's part, I think, throughout society. I mean, you look the same at, CEOs that try to run businesses. They're more worried about the next quarter's profits than they are about the long-term health of the company. And the next thing you know, the company's folding up, or people are trying to make money off stocks in the stock market, and next thing you know, things are falling apart. It's the same thing that you see in elections. People are more worried about if their guy gets in for the next election, and not worrying about what's going to happen 8-10 years from now if people aren't held accountable for the promises they've made. And the only reason I say it is I think as a society with internet and short-term gratification and television shows, things like that, people's attention spans and just general sense of thinking of the future is greatly reduced. And I think it comes down to the bottom line, for at least photography purposes, is maybe we need to think longer term. For the valuable photos that we have, maybe we should make a print, and on paper that is going to last, and we should research and find out what kind of paper that is. If we have home videos, maybe we need to look into what kind of formats are going to be around in the future, or if not, what can we do to update those formats to different formats so that we can have videos to look at. If you had VHS movies, home movies, It's very hard to get a VCR now. So the only way to watch one would be to go on eBay and get a VCR, or to send it to one of these companies that'll transfer it over to a DVD or in a computer format for you. If you had old 8mm films, you can have those converted over to DVD or some kind of computerized format. If you have digital files now from your camcorder, you really need to think about getting an external hard drive, and also getting a couple of DVD burners or a Blu-ray burner, making multiple copies, because you can't take for granted that these things are going to last forever. And information and media will only last as long as you want it to, and as long as you're there to be a guide for it and to keep it alive. In that way, it's like we shepherd things along. The benefit we had of black and white photos, where they just look great and stay that way forever, isn't what happens with digital media. And when you have your iPhone photos, back them up, put them on your computer. If you put them on Facebook, great, but also save them on an external hard drive. Burn some extra disks. By doing just a few of these little things and a little bit extra work, down 5, 10, 20, 40 years from now, you or your family will have memories to see and to be able to enjoy. And if you don't, they'll be just like the moment. They'll pass, and that'll be that.